good, YouTube? I'm back once more with another Danganronpa video, and so I am going to try to be as positive as can be during this live stream. But let me just explain why I'm telling you this. I went to go get the tire, my passenger side front tire fixed on my car, and afterwards there was a GameStop nearby where I was getting it fixed at. So I decided, let's stop in there and buy the Danganronpa V3 game, since I have all the other ones. And so I buy it, get home to realize that the person that sold me the game replaced it with a freaking CD audio soundtrack of the games. She didn't sell me the actual game. So I'm going to be leaving later on to take that back in and get the actual game. That happened. But where we last left off was we finished investigating Sakura and the crime scenes and talking to people. So let's find out who killed Sakura.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
then everybody besides the blackened will get punished.
Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa! Deja vu!
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those three is the killer, but she must have some reason for believing that. Yeah, it's probably the fact that she said those three met up with her. Duh.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
No.
No, that's wrong. Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about...
I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all three of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? No, that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
That one
No,
is
it's
not Hero.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
Yeah, Hero.
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Hero said can't be right. Yeah, that's true. Because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is because
Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy. A candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was...
yeah.
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all! I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
You're acting incredibly suspicious. More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message!
What would a shining message even be? You mean dying message?
At the scene of the crime... See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
Oh, that's not true.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
But when Kyoko found the magazine, with the dying message, in the magazine shelf, above the magazine shelf, on the magazine shelf.
Kyoko, You found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense!
No. There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you
When I thought it was only
after the investigation, I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out,
I saw.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying mess when Ogre's body was discovered.
Okay, so it's not that.
Shoot!
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was.
And I can tell you it was only
after the investigation had begun.
Okay, so it's not that.
Shoot!
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was.
And I can tell you it was only after I found the
Magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
Yeah, it's not that one.
Shoot!
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when it was only after I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
and I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when it was only after
The investigation had begun.
Shoot!
I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was.
and I can tell you it was only
After the investigation had begun.
I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
Okay. No.
Shoot!
What do you say? You want to give it another shot?
I
Yes.
refuse to give up yet!
I can't give up now. But why not? Magazine dying message. I shot all three of them.
I can tell you
with that.
exactly when I found the when Ogre's body was.
And I can tell you, it was only
I found the magazine.
Magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
when I pulled it out.
What's your What I said makes total sense.
Magazine.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
Ah.
No, that's wrong.
There we go.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby.
Oh yeah. That is true.
That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Tell us the truth. Hiro, when did you actually see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
True.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. "100%! Without a doubt, she wrote it! And this is me talking, so you know it's true!"
True. What about without a doubt? No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Yeah, there was no blood on her fingertips.
Show me the
I
proof!
hate this.
I'm at least 30% right! The occult is bullcrap! Give it a rest! I'm at least 30% right! The occult is bullcrap! The end is nigh! Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right! The occult is bullcrap! Give it a rest! I'm at least 30% right! The occult is bullcrap! The end is nigh! I'm at least 30% right! The occult is bullcrap! Give it a rest! The end is nigh! Can't hear you, can't hear you! Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
This should prove it.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
So what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the...
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her! Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Oh, I have to read this. Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Oh, okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew! I knew she was gonna try and kill me! She was gonna kill me and make her escape! So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance! I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head! I hit her from behind, before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain.
Ah. I know. The 2 wounds on her head.
And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
And so, what is it that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? What he would have had to do after writing the message, it doesn't make sense. Why he picked Toko, why the magazine was hidden. Oh. Okay, maybe it isn't the 2... Nope, I didn't want to pick that.
Shoot!
I wanted to pick that.
Shoot!
Oh, that was still wrong. Well.
I refuse to give up yet! I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message.
Nah, time to fast forward to this. We already saw all that.
I got it!
Okay.
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
Isn't it obvious?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone who wouldn't like what had been written. There's only one choice, and it's Byakuya. No.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right?
Hold up. That's gotta be it. No.
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important... That doesn't even matter! We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it!
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
It's a class trial.
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious! That's just... I don't believe it!
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
And it's gonna be because of 2 bottles that was
So,
on her head.
what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case. Just yet. Just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. And that's cool. Hold up. And I have to prove that.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once.
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious?
Hero really is the killer!
I didn't want to, but I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from, and you only hit.
Yeah, just once.
No, it's wrong. If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Huh? 2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
Right.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That is also true.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Oh yeah, and what's that? Oh wait, the object, the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding a chess piece. Where's E?
understand? That's it! The chess pieces!
That's it, the chess pieces.
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the... What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh! So the queen is missing.
Yeah.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Do what? What? Be right back.
Yeah! Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing.
And I am back. What in the world is that noise? Oh, that was the game, okay.
There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
Any time before the murder?
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Smashed to pieces? Wait, then the bottle that was missing, it was broken.
I got it! The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
It wasn't just a single broken bottle, and the evidence that proves that is Kyoko, and I figured it out before. It's the experiment you guys created. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where? Right there.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by Sakura's first attacker, someone bullying our what? Whatever that is. The second attacker.
The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room. Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Oh.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
I need proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. And I have it. She left it there for anyone to find. The handprint on the locker. Time battles. Would you like to hear more? Nah. Wait, bullet. Oh boy.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! It's a lie! I admit nothing. That's enough!
Wait, what? No! Darn it. I had it in my mind. It's the handprint on the locker door.
I refuse to give up yet!
That means I'm gonna have to go back through that again.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough!
This should prove it.
Locker handprint.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Don't lie.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we?
Yeah!
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, that was fast.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again!
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Guess who's back?
It was your fault after all!
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. 'Cause normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is,
true.
she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on! That's... you know... But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre! So that's good!
So that's good. Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh? I thought you, for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
And that's where I'll leave today's video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to become a member of the MLG Army. And don't forget to hit the post notification button. Don't forget to like this video. And leave a comment if you like my videos on this. Because, like I said, I'm going to go return this thing that they gave me and replace it with the actual Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony game. Because they gave me a music CD instead of the actual game, which made me mad. But until next time, bye.